Last week, 3 eminent Australians reflected on their younger years and shared some heartfelt life advice to inspire students. The response to the segment has been extraordinary, and you've told us you wanted more, and so tonight we're giving you just that. Tonight we're hearing from Australia's most famous teacher, Eddie Wu.
I actually think that following your passion is a terrible piece of advice, because I think passion is something that needs to be formed over time with thought and care, looking at the things around you, the situations where there are needs in your community.
Eddie Wu is an Australian mathematician. He's head maths teacher at Cherrybrook Technology High School in Sydney and is best known for his YouTube channel, WooTube.
What Pythagoras' theorem tells us is that all of these sides, they're related in this way.
In 2018, Eddie was named Australia's Local Hero of the Year and was shortlisted as one of the top 10 teachers in the world. He was also a student once.
When I was a teenager, I was really confused. I wished I knew who I was, and I had so much trouble trying to picture myself as maybe I'm this kind of person, maybe I'm that kind of person, and a lot of my time and emotional energy was spent on trying to be other people. It's almost laughable now to say this, but I do not have and never have had the physique to be athletic or strong, but I remember looking at people like that and thinking, gee, I wish that could be me, and trying, like I'd try and do push-ups every day after school to try and develop my big muscles, which just never happened, as you can see. My final years of high school were a really difficult and emotional time for me. The largest reason why was because my mother was diagnosed with lung cancer when I was at the end of year 10. And so as a consequence, years 11 and 12 were just completely colored by that experience of trying to manage who I was becoming, my own identity, academic commitments, and also being a carer. So it was not a fun part of my life. In some ways, study became a little bit of a refuge. It was my time to spend away and actually look after myself as a person and do the thing I so much enjoyed, which was learning. I was not always good at maths, and in some ways I'm still not. In fact, I think as a teacher, one of the greatest assets I have is that ability to struggle. Teaching so much is about empathy. It's about putting yourself in the shoes of the learner and being able to understand what's their perspective. I got on this train when I arrived at university with the full intent to become an English and history teacher, because those were the subjects that I loved and had an affinity for at school. And I discovered very quickly that actually literally upon enrollment at Sydney University that there was this huge shortage of mathematics teachers, something I hadn't experienced as a student. And I thought, look, I want to become a teacher because I want to make a difference in the lives of young people.
Were your parents good at maths?
My mum, she was actually a newsreader, and she could speak all these different languages, which for me was amazing, but she never, made that something was expected, like I expect you to be good at this because of that's who I am. She just wanted me to take the opportunities that would come my way and make the most of them. And so I'm just grateful that they passed on that value of education and learning to me. It's been so formative in who I am as a person. I lost my mum when I was 18 years old, and I didn't have, this was before phones were in our pockets that could record all this video, and I literally actually can't remember what the sound of my mum's voice is like, and that makes me really sad. And I think about all the times when I just race out the door not paying attention to her, and I could have just sat and heard her out and listened and paid attention to her. So I hope people take that lesson to heart, because you never know when it is that you have to say goodbye to people who you really care about. I think everyone gets given their unique gifts, and it takes time to discover what those are, from your disposition, from your genetics, from the opportunities and decisions that you get given to make uniquely in your life. So be patient, that will come out. Give yourself some time, and you never know what might come around the corner that will help you discover your purpose in life.
Love Mr. Wu. That's Roger tonight. Thanks for your company.